Hello, everybody. Welcome to Transformation Tuesday. My name is John Garcia. I'm the certified health coach for UpLevel Living. We're recording this version and we're going to be posting it on our Facebook private group page. So I hope you get a chance to check this out. Today's topic is going to be how to boost your metabolism. It's something that, interestingly enough, when I was studying for my health coaching certification, it really wasn't a topic or an area of study, that was covered. And ironically, a lot of people ask me about metabolism or they talk about metabolism. Most people, think about metabolism as how fast your body converts food to fuel. And that really breaks down to what it is. I mean, the science of metabolism is amazing. It's incredible, anabolic, catabolic, how things break down, molecules break down, how they're put back together to create proteins and fats and carbs. And your body's just so amazing. And we can definitely dive a little deeper if you're the geeky kind that wants to get into the science. But for the purpose of this, this session here, I really just want you to understand, kind of what it is for you and how to really boost it, because it is important to keep the metabolism cranking and keep it going, because it is your fuel burning, energy burning, calorie burning, engine of your body. So without further ado, let's get into this. So technically, metabolism is all of the biochemical reactions in your body. It's how you take in nutrients and oxygen and use them to fuel everything you do. So is it important? Yeah, it's pretty important. And do we need to pay close attention to it? Yes, we do. So funny thing happens, right? Now if you're 40 or older and you think back to when you were younger, 18, you think about, for most of us, for the most part, anything you ate, it didn't matter. You didn't gain weight. You threw down a fast food burger or whatever it was, or the pizza and the beer and the sodas and all this stuff, and you just kind of just maintain your weight. Well, there's a lot of reasons, for that. There's thyroids, there's body size, there's mass, muscle mass, and there's still a lot of that is still exactly the same thing. But one of the biggest reasons is when you're younger, you just naturally, you're more active and you're less sedentary, and that plays a huge part in the calories that your body needs. And so it all plays a huge part in the metabolism. So one thing you want to do, which is really cool, is go to calculator.net, and there's a little calculator there to plug in some numbers. It's your age, your height, your weight. And then it also can factor in the amount of activity that you do. And that'll give you a number, the amount of calories that your body's going to burn in a day. If you don't add the exercise part, it'll just show you what you burn in a day just by being alive, just by getting up, just by walking around. So just by doing your everyday things, it'll show you how much calories you burn. Mine is about 1,800 calories, which is normal for a man. But when you add the modifier of exercise, it goes up to 2,300 calories. So because I exercise often enough in the week and intense enough, I give myself an extra 500 calories, and I tell everybody, that I exercise because I love to eat. And there's the proof right there. So go ahead and check it out and see where your BMR is at, so you have an idea of your basal metabolic rate. But basically after 40, your metabolism slows down, and it's typically because our bodies slow down. There are other factors, your thyroid, your body mass, that play factors, the amount of the different foods you eat, how fast you eat them. I mean, there's a lot of things, but there are ways that we can help maintain a healthy metabolism. And that's what we're going to just talk about here in this next slide. So, the number one, maybe this isn't in order of most important to least important, but number one here on this list is resistance training. The reason is muscles burn more calories. A significant amount more than fat. So the more muscle your body has, the more calories it needs to maintain the muscle. Therefore, your metabolism is revving, higher. So, the older you get, and the less of that kind of exercise you do, the more fat your body starts to build, and so it slows down your metabolism. So the opposite is true. Keeping muscle mass is very important to keeping a healthy metabolism. HIIT workouts is high intensity interval training. So these workouts are a little different, in that it's the intensity that's more important than the duration. So you want to go very fast and very hard for short bursts. So let's say jogging in place. You want to jog in place for 40 seconds as fast as you can, and then take a 20-second break, and then either repeat that or you do a jumping jack. Same thing, 40 seconds fast, 20-second break. Then maybe push-ups, 40 seconds fast, 20-second break. Those quick bursts, this high intensity does a lot more, not only for burning the calories at that moment, but also for what's called afterburn. So your body will continue burning calories 14, 24, even longer, that many hours after you're finished a workout, because of that method. And being sore, by the way, if you after resistance training are sore the next day, that soreness is actually burning calories. It's your body regenerating itself, building the muscle back up. And that process alone is burning calories. So, top two things are definitely activity. When you have a sedentary lifestyle, if you're at work all day, if you work in an office, I should say, and you're sitting 8 hours, you got to find ways to break that up. You got to stand up if you can while you're working. Take little walks, take little breaks, eat your food sitting down and relaxing. You should rest and digest, but find ways to get a little bit of movement in your day, if at all possible. Really make that effort. Even if it's parking at the other side of the parking lot and walking that parking lot after you eat, if you have some time to go for a walk, just add some activity, some movement in your day, because the sedentary lifestyle is what's really going to put the brakes on your metabolism, especially after 40. Getting enough sleep is super important for millions of things, but it's also true here with metabolism. For some reason, when you're getting 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, less than 7, it slows down your metabolism. So it has a negative effect on your metabolism rate. So again, with sleep, you want to be in the 7 to 9 hour range. Studies show that you can make up for lost sleep with extra sleep in this area, not necessarily in other areas, which I won't get into right now. But, for this, you can make it up. But, you just want to see. If you're not getting enough sleep, really see why. Really try to fix that routine. Maybe it's the pre-bed routine that you have to fix. Get some blue blocker glasses. Turn off the TV. Turn off the mobile devices and read a book. Just read a real book with no blue light. And let that calm you down. Maybe have some calming tea, a warm bath, whatever it is, but get the sleep. Drinking cold water keeps your metabolism pumping, because it has to work to get the cold water back to body temperature. So if you're going to drink water and you can drink it cold, drink it colder than, you don't have to have a brain freeze, but drink it colder, than room temperature, and let your body kind of have to get it back to room temperature. And there you are, burning, calories and keeping your metabolism at a good rate. This is an important one, getting enough calories, because a lot of people restrict calories to lose weight. For a woman, 1,200 calories is kind of like what your body typically needs, and men is 1,800. When you significantly reduce that, what happens is your body thinks there's a scarce amount of food, right? It doesn't know why it's getting less calories. And so it slows down the metabolism, and it actually stores, typically more fat, because it doesn't know when the next meal is coming. So it can be counterproductive. It's not really something I suggest at all, a low calorie diet to lose weight. There's a better combination of things that you can do to lose weight, including right at the very top is turning some of that fat into muscle, which requires more calorie burning. So be very careful on the restriction of calories. If you do it for a short period of time. Again, it's not my preferred method. If you want other options on the weight loss, John at UpLevel Living, give me an email anytime. Eat protein-rich foods. So what happens with foods is, it's either proteins, fats, or carbs, right? So, water, if it's cold, it's also a good way to help keep your metabolism going. But with foods, protein is harder to everything, to chew, to definitely to digest. And so your body's working harder and therefore burning calories as you eat. So, hey, there's a great thing. It's you're eating to burn calories. All you gotta do is make more of a shift so that more of it is protein-rich foods. Drinking green tea has proven to be, a real great way to keep your metabolism revving. Caffeine has a big part to play in it, but there's some other things in green tea that are not in, coffee. Definitely, I would not suggest energy drinks. They're loaded in caffeine and have taurine and a couple other things that are good, but they have too many chemicals, and some of these chemicals are really dangerous. I'm not going to speak out of turn necessarily, but listen, there's better ways. I would just not recommend, the energy drinks. If you're drinking a lot of these monsters and drinks and Red Bulls and things like that, the long-term effects, negative effects are going to just not be worth it. So let's stick to the green tea. The green tea also has something that kind of dislodges some of the fat that's stored. So it actually can help you, literally lose fat in visceral fat that's in your stomach, which is some of the harder fat to lose. So let's drink some more green tea. It's the most popular drink around the world. When you think about places like China and India that drink a lot of green tea, you think about, the population there. You don't really think about a lot of obese people. Obviously, there's more to it than the green tea, but I would say it's something worth taking a look at. So I usually have lemon ginger tea in the morning, and I love it. And then I have my coffee, and then I mix it in. Sometimes I do green tea and not the lemon ginger tea. This one is kind of like a really cool one. Eating spicy foods. Capsaicin, the spice in peppers, really tends to rev up that metabolism. So if you like spicy foods, keep it going. That's good. If you don't tolerate it as much, obviously this is one that you can't do. But if you can add a little bit of spice to your food, it's a nice little perk, and it's a nice little way. Remember, all of these things combined is what's going to keep that metabolism going. There's not really like one thing here that's a magic bullet. It's really this lifestyle like anything else. So this is your metabolism habit, if you will. A sufficient amount of B1, B2, and B6, they've shown to really be important in keeping the metabolism rate where it needs to be. So you may be looking at a supplement there, or you may look at some, fruits and vegetables that are higher in those vitamins. And number 10, which could easily be number 1, and if you know me at all, managing, controlling stress is the number 1 thing that we talk about. So doing things like meditation and yoga and qigong and things that we've talked about in our course is super important. When you have cortisol in your belly, that has another negative effect on top of all the other things that we talk about, and it also slows down your metabolism. So here are 10 things that are, they're kind of little, cheats, if you will. They're little ways to keep your body, kind of on point when it comes to metabolism. And if you just feel like whatever you're eating is just going right to the waistline, think about, are you doing these things? Because if you're not, add them. You could have all 10 of these going at the same time. None of them are, going to interfere with another one. And the compounding benefits are really when it makes a difference. So when you are doing all of these, the benefits together are going to outweigh each individual one of them. So I'm going to leave you with this little metabolism boosting morning drink. I did it a lot when I was trying to also lose weight. A piece of ginger, you slice it up nice and thin. You put it in 4 cups of water along with a cinnamon stick, and you put that in the fridge overnight to kind of steep and get infused. And then in the morning, you warm it up and you add the half of a lemon juiced, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and a couple dashes of cayenne pepper. If you could put a little more dashes, put a little more dashes. But that little elixir right there is going to jumpstart your metabolism. It's going to make you feel really good. It has a lot of other benefits. Cinnamon is an amazing, spice. It's an amazing ingredient. Apple cider vinegar has a ton of benefits in moderation. 1 tablespoon is enough. Ginger, digestion, inflammation, just a lot of great benefits. And then the cayenne really kicking that metabolism into second gear or more. So there you have it. Great ways to boost your metabolism, especially after 40, when, things like thyroids and things like mitochondria and things like these little pumps that we have in our cells, they just don't functioning the same way. We can use a little help wherever we can get it. So there it is. Hope you, add these to your health and wellness lifestyle. Let me know how it goes for you. If you have any other things that you do and they're working for you, always please feel free to email me, John at UpLevel Living. Thanks, and have a great day.